Dionisio at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Swakowski, the big right-hander, lets it go. It's right down Broadway. Dionisio lets it fly, and it's raining now.
It's time for Rain Delay Theater with Jeremy Dionisio and Jack Swakowski.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rain Delay Theater, the show where two bums talk about other bums at baseball games. I'm Jeremy Dionisio.
And I'm Jack Swakowski.
And this is episode number 301. So we're starting a new era here on the podcast, and we're starting with the 2026 Cubs Convention preview. Recording this a couple days before Cubs Convention. The schedule just dropped. The names are out there. Jack and I have looked over the goings on, and so we're ready to talk about a preview for the big event coming up this weekend. We got a couple other things to talk about before that, but yeah, it should be exciting.
Yeah, it'll be great, Jeremy. I think before we jump into any of that, we should maybe just kind of do a I don't know if you want to call it like a reflection or what have you. There wasn't a lot of time last week. So, we had Paul on the podcast last week. We had a ton of stuff to talk about. So I don't think we really got to reflect on the fact that we've done 300 episodes. But that's a lot of episodes. I mean, we're 65 episodes away from, like, if you wanted to listen to a new episode of Rain Delay Theater every day for a year, you'd be able to. I don't know why you would do that, but you would be able to. So that's pretty crazy.
Maybe if you were in jail and you had like podcast privileges or something, but
right.
Yeah, and honestly, with all the like rando, like the mini-sodes and the Rain Delay history class and all that stuff, like we're beyond 300, but 300 like official episodes. Yeah, Jack, I don't know, it's crazy. 300 was coming up pretty quick, and I know we wanted to do something special for it. We don't have guests on too often these days, but we've talked about Paul ever since, like the first season of the podcast. So it's been a long time coming, and I think when it clicked to have him on for 300, I was super excited, and I'm glad it was able to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we alluded to, I think briefly on the podcast, there were some other things that we would have liked to cover with Paul. He has been in movies, and so he's had a movie career, which is pretty interesting to hear about. So we'll get him on again sometime, and we'll talk all about that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But it's crazy to have the 300.
Yeah.
The podcast has progressed over the years. Definitely we talk about how it's turned into like this autograph thing, which, it definitely has. But I was thinking about it, and like, back, I wonder, I don't know what episode it was. It was like maybe like 6 or something when we went to our first Beloit Snappers game.
Yep.
We got autographs during that game. So like, it was a preview maybe of things to come, but there were autographs involved with this podcast like early on.
There were, and I think when we were doing this podcast when you Wander Franco, right, and I think Matthew Liberatore and stuff too. So that was maybe 2019, if I remember correctly. Like you said, it's popped up. I think it just sort of started to, explode after the pandemic. And it's a good thing too. We've got a lot more consistent characters now.
Yeah, absolutely. And full circle moment too, that getting, Christian Yelich, for me as a Cubs fan, has a certain like designation to him. But as far as like the podcast and autographs go, he was like kind of like the first big target, and like a guy who eluded us for a long time. And and like getting him this past season, both of us, was it was a watershed autograph.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully Christian Yelich kid has gotten him. But like, in some world where we got him and he didn't, it seems unjust, but that's also how graphing works. But yeah, like it's there's a lot that's happened, since then. We went to that festival, in 2019, right before the pandemic, somewhere in that weird little window between my wedding and the pandemic. There's just been a lot of different eras of the podcast. And I was also listening back a couple weeks ago to the episode where we talked about the games we went to before the podcast. That's a 2-part episode, but that's a fun one to listen to also. Some good stories there. So yeah, it's kind of encompassed a lot of stuff for us.
It has. Jeremy, I wonder if when I finally get Craig Counsell, will that be like when Ross marries Rachel? Or when there's like a marriage on a sitcom where there's just nowhere else for it to go after that.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think so. But my God, that's been my new white whale.
Yeah, there'll have to be some new targets at this point.
Right
at that point. So, but yeah, it's been cool, and yeah, it's it's interesting that happened during the off season, but it's exciting. Like, I think the beginning of the year is always exciting, just with Cubs convention. Worst of Fame is coming up, and then we get into the non-roster invitees. So we kind of have our like off season regimen at this point, and so it can be an exciting time as well, like having that stuff lined up. So yeah, it's good, it's cool, and with Cubs convention coming right up around the corner, definitely exciting.
Yeah, and I kind of felt like they were going to make a big splash sometime this week.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you thought like, oh, well, the Edward Cabrera thing was going to be it when they traded for him. But it seems like the last couple Cubs conventions that we've been to, I think the first one was right before they signed Bellinger. The year after that was the year they signed Shota. I don't think they signed anybody. Oh no, they got Tucker. They got Tucker like right before last year's CubsCon. So it seems like they are very targeted about trying to make some type of transaction right before the con. I don't know if it's to sell tickets, that probably not, but just to drum up interest in the team, whatever. But they certainly made a big splash on Saturday night during the Bears game. So I think this news actually dropped around 9:30 p.m., 9:45 that they had signed Alex Bregman.
That sounds about right. It was it was at about the darkest moment of the Bears Packers game, which I will say this, Jack, in all loving spirit, but it was a bad weekend for Wisconsin sports fans.
Yeah,
I would say the Cubs like signing Bregman, and then the Bears exercising the Packers demon, as it were.
Yep.
But real quick, just to go back to the Cubs convention signings, it's funny to run your franchise based around a Cubs convention, which seems to be what they do. And like to drum up ticket sales, yes. I think also to save like a browbeating from Tom Ricketts. I mean,
yes,
the year that he got booed. What do you got against the Marquee Network? I mean, he probably, a guy like him, I mean, I don't know. He was probably, maybe he was like bullied before he was rich, but like ever since his dad became rich and he became rich, by proxy, he probably hasn't had to suffer too many indignities in his life. So probably going up there and getting booed by like, I don't know how many people are at Cubs convention, like 20,000 people or something. Like that's got to be pretty, he's got to be like, I never want that to happen again. So like to save that, and to quote the prophetic words of my friend's dad, we're gonna give him hell at Cubs convention. Just to save him from that. It's like they try to line these up to like the week leading into the convention to sign a big free agent. So but yeah,
that's a really good point, Jeremy, because I'm trying to think, what was the first year of Marquee Network? Was that right after the pandemic?
Good God. I think it was before that. Yeah.
Okay. Because then the pandemic happened and it shut it down. And like, I'm trying to think when they signed Dansby Swanson, because it's like, was that right before a Cubs convention? I don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's a month or so before that, I think like you can ride that wave. Right. Up until Cubs convention, at least. Yeah, I don't think he's had some kind of like smattering of boos in previous years, but that we've been there, but never as bad as the what do you have against the Marquee Network, which is an all-time classic.
Yes.
But yeah, like the Bregman signing, huge to go into the week. Jack, did you watch the Bears Packers game?
So I went to bed at halftime, actually.
Okay. Well,
so I have to be up really early for work on Sunday because I take the CTA, and the CTA hardly runs on Sunday mornings. So whatever. I was just like, I watched the first half and it was 21-3.
Yeah.
And it was a little disturbing that kicker missed that kick.
Yeah.
It felt like it just felt like a sign of maybe some things to come. But I was like, whatever. I'll go to bed. And then I saw you had texted me. Like I had fallen asleep, and so I read that text, and then I Googled like Packers, and like I saw that they lost the freaking game, and I was like, "The hell happened here?"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, your whole sports world came crashing down upon you.
Yeah, and well then now when you read articles in The Athletic about the Cubs and this signing, like those two games are tied together. They're like in an electric night for Chicago sports, like these two things happened. So I don't know if, a couple of years down the road people will still think of those things together, but they certainly do now. And if the Bears go on a long run or like win the Super Bowl, and if the Cubs win the World Series, it's like those two things will be linked together.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. I will try to remember that for as long as I can. But it was. I think like that was this when that news broke was about the time that the game turned around for the Bears.
Yeah,
which is crazy to think about. I was also thinking about this is a side note, but I was thinking about it and like these two Bears games against the Packers have probably been two of the best. They're in the top like 5 of the best Bears games I've ever seen in my life. I was I was alive for the Super Bowl, but I was a little too young to remember. And like I'm hard pressed to think there was like those 2 Mike Brown games in like 2001 or 2003, I can't remember, where they came back where he walked off 2 games in a row with interceptions, pick sixes. But other than that, these 2 Packers games have been like maybe 2 of the best Bears games I can recall in my life. So pretty significant there. And then, I was just like, I was buzzing about the Bregman thing. And I was secretly, I think in my mind, I was like, well, shit, even if the Bears lose this game, I'm happy that we got Bregman. So
sure.
It was just a crazy night, for sure. And, I sent a simple Bregman to Cubs to Jack. And then I didn't hear back. I had no track of like what time it was, but
sure.
I was like, oh, later on I was like, oh, he might have been asleep already by that point, but either that or he was just like so mad that he had no response whatsoever. But
well, Jeremy, it's interesting. Wisconsin sports teams are 0-5 since in playoff games since the Brewers flew that W. So or that L rather, I should say.
Yeah,
so,
right.
We'll see if that curse still plays out over a number of years. But the Bregman signing is huge, though. I mean, I think the Cubs have probably had the best offseason of any team in baseball. Acquiring Edward Cabrera, they've gotten some bullpen pieces as well. Now the Bregman signing, like their lineup, somebody tweeted out what their potential lineup is going to look like now, and it's sick. It's like it's a really good lineup.
Yeah, it's staggering. We'll see what ends up happening. Like if Amaya can kind of come back, like I don't know if Kelly, we're getting in the weeds here a little bit, but if Kelly regresses, hopefully Amaya's there to kind of like help him out. And the rotation definitely looks really good. And a little more bench depth outfield maybe is needed now, but they'll figure that out. So plus they do have some guys in the minors still that could come up. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening there. But those 2 moves, the Cabrera signing and Bregman, I mean, talk about like completely obviously changing the whole outlook of your offseason. But
I think the one bad thing for us, Jeremy, in terms of from a podcast and graphing perspective, is that tickets are going to be even more expensive than they were last season, especially during the summer months, which is going to suck.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to just find the good deals when we can get them, I guess. But yeah, we'll see. And I guess speaking of that, as far as like popularity being an all-time high, Jack, the Cubs convention actually sold out.
Jesus Christ, crazy. Man. Well, thank goodness that I got my ticket a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, same. Because
I figured you were going to get one, but I could have easily seen myself just being like, I'll pick one up right before the con. I think when you told me that the 2016 guys were going to be there, that I was like, okay, I better buy one. But so they sold out, huh? They actually capped it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know when it happened. I just saw someone like post about it and I checked and it's like, weekend passes are not for sale right at the time or whatever.
My God.
Yeah. Surprising. I don't like, we talked about it and I don't think we haven't seen it in the time we've been going. Maybe it happened in 2017 or other years, but, kind of we're feeling like you could kind of just pick one up whenever. So I think going forward I will just grab it when it comes on sale just because.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the perfect storm of things happening. I mean,
Yeah.
the 2016 guys will be back. The Cabrera trade excited people, but probably not enough to sell it out. But now this Bregman thing, I think that was it was just a brew of all of those things.
Yeah.
The Cubs just Tom Ricketts just seems to like money so much that I'm surprised they actually put a cap on it.
Yeah,
but
right.
I do feel like, especially, we're gonna need to maybe go early to get seats to the red carpet ceremony.
Yeah.
I guess because we're into it now, we can just talk about the con. But
Yeah.
the hotel was maybe like, hey guys, we got to cut it off at some point.
Yeah, I assume that it's just a fire code thing at some point.
Yeah.
We've suspected. Maybe I shouldn't say this on the podcast, but I'm like, you wondered how far you could get without actually having a ticket, because they don't quite check your tickets
No.
very often. Luckily we have our tickets. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows how many people can just wander off the street and end up in like fucking, Jason Hamill's autograph line or Glendon Rush or something,
Maybe they'll be more. Maybe they'll be better about policing like the lobby areas too. So like I feel like when you first come into CubsCon, like you're just kind of assaulted with all of this stuff that's going on.
Oh yeah, right.
So there's even an organ in the lobby and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's just going to be bedlam this year. And then you go down into that hall and you get your ticket. So like you're gonna have to think about how busy that's going to be. There's signings at 1 p.m. to start on Friday to start the day off, which feels like it's earlier than it was. I can't remember for sure, but I don't feel like the last year that the earliest signing was that early. Yeah, that was I think Bobby Dernier is the first signing on Friday. So not sure if I want to get him, but we'll see. I think I did re-up on his card. But yeah, one of the fun things about CubsCon is that there are always a lot of repeat character sightings. We know we're going to see Dennis there, of course. Whether he'll have a lanyard or not is anybody's guess. We're also we know we'll probably see Sweatpants Guy at some point.
Yeah.
Probably be there. We know we're gonna see the Peoria Mope. Jeremy, I was wondering, like, if we did like a CubsCon over under, it's like over under 29.5 minutes for like first Peoria Mope sighting. I felt like we saw him like right away last year.
Yeah, I think I remember just because it was 2 years ago that we actually talked to him, and then last year we just saw him. Yeah, we'll see him. We'll see him like going one way while we're going the other way in the lobby or something. Another person to add to that list besides those two. We don't. Oh, Hot Mess. Her name's Hot Mess. Jack. I am on. I've talked about this last year. This is where I saw the whole Dansby Swanson Peace of Mind thing from the Facebook group that I'm in. But Hot Mess is a presence in the Facebook group.
Really?
Yeah. Oddly enough, a woman posted in the Facebook group like, I'm heading to Cubs convention solo this year. I could use a buddy. And then like I was scared to click on the comments, but
right.
Aside from all the guys who posted, there was one woman who posted, and it was I looked at the profile and it's Hot Mess, and it sounds like they're gonna link up and hang out during Cubs convention. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
we'll have to look for that, but
yeah,
Hot Mess making the big trip from Alaska down here.
Oh my God, man! Yeah. She'll have just like a stack of top-loaded cards in her hand, you know, that she's carrying around.
That'll know.
I was maybe in the Lloyd McClendon line with her last year. I didn't end up getting McClendon, which was annoying because I think him and Brian McRae were signing together. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, so great. We'll definitely see her. We know we're gonna see Brewer's Kid. You already mentioned him, so he's very likely to be working there. I'm trying to think of other people. So in terms of players, because this guy's been on my mind for some reason, but Carlos Pena is not going to be there, right?
I mean, he's not on the list.
Okay.
He's a guy that I bring just in case. Like I bring most of those marquee guys just in case. So Yeah, he's not announced. I have not seen his name anywhere, so
Yeah.
there's that. Yeah.
My point was no one's going to be falling ass backwards into him probably. So I was like, maybe we'll see that guy. You know who we will see though, Jeremy? I always forget about these guys, but like the other graphers who sit in the lobby of the hotel
yeah.
and order pizza
Yeah.
and stuff. They order pizza every year. They've always got like bags of Doritos. I don't know how they clean their hands off if they need to get their cards signed, but
Right.
those guys are always there and they're always camped out.
Yeah. I think Dennis like kind of abuts against those guys like socially. Yep. Those guys should probably be there. That kid, I don't know if we ever came up with a name from him, but like the Midwest League grunge grapher.
Yep.
That guy with the like long blonde hair.
Oh yeah.
He'll probably be around.
Yep.
I'm trying to think.
Well, we know Josh is going to be there and JEJ.
Good God, man! Have we clocked Josh at Cubs convention before?
Yeah, so he was there last year when I got Dernier.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so he didn't you say he got kicked out of some line too?
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, that's right. They got into something. Him and the kid Leo. Got into something where they were like getting kicked out or something, and like, no, I swear, I was just going up there, like.
Yep.
Like pleading his case to like a Cubs usher. Oh God, I freaking forgot about that.
I had to. Well, Hendricks is going to be there too, so you know Josh is going to be there.
Yeah, right, exactly. I forgot. I had to like relay that story to you like after the fact, which is just ridiculous. But they'll be there. The Three Stooges, who I think haven't talked. I don't know if we've talked about them like recently, but there is a picture. I don't know if it's on the Facebook group or it's on an actual Cubs like social media posts. It's a picture of Brandon Birdsell, I believe, Cubs pitching prospect, like at his table, signing autographs, and then like there's a picture with these two people, kind of their backs are to the camera, they're flanking him, and you can only see over their shoulder, but it's the Three Stooges guys.
Yep.
So I can't remember where I saw that, if it's on just the Facebook or it's actually like widespread, but yeah, those guys will be there.
The Oak is probably going to be there, right?
Yeah.
He was there last year.
Yeah, you in particular better watch out for the Oak because
I know, man. He almost took me out with his bats.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he'll be there. Man, I wish all you listeners could come down to this thing and just like hang out with us and see everybody, because like it's really a chance to see. Not only is it a Cubs convention, but it's like a graphers it's a freak convention really, but yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is.
Man, so that should be exciting. Sweatpants guy will be fun. I almost feel like we should like kind of force a conversation with Sweatpants guy.
We should, because he just gives us gold every time we talk to him.
Exactly, just to get content.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's some debaucherous thing or like talking about his political leanings or just anything, man, it's good. Didn't he? I think the first time he met you, he started to say something about that, and you kind of shut him down.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, man. So that should be that's definitely gonna be exciting.
It will. So I guess in terms of players that are going to be there, they have announced some of the signings. There are some 2016 guys who are signing, which is fun.
Oh yeah, signing, yep.
Justin Grimm is going to be signing on day one, so he's a guy I really want. Jeremy, a guy I didn't see on here. Maybe I just need to look again. But Travis Wood, did he cancel?
He's still, so there's a little discrepancy between like some of the like posts, like we got an email about a week ago or so. There's social media posts, and then there's like the website, and like some of them, like the initial one had like Mike Montgomery, but then they took him off, but now he's back on there. Some of them had Zobrist, some didn't. I'm still seeing on the Cubs website, the Cubs convention website, I see Travis Wood listed there. I just don't. Maybe he just doesn't have a signing. I mean,
sure.
Not everybody has a signing, which is a little disappointing / surprising. Like someone like Chris Coughlin, I felt like would have been down there signing. I even thought they would have put Kyle Hendricks down there just because.
Yep.
So there's some guy, and who knows? Some of these guys. I mean, this thing just popped about an hour or so before we started recording. So I'm sure by the time this is released and like even by Friday there will be updates. So like Elmora isn't at a table. I'm grateful that Cahill is because I need Cahill. We'll talk about our targets in a minute, but
yeah,
I did not see Travis Wood unless Kerry Wood is. See, that's surprising. Kerry Wood is signing, but Travis Wood is. I wonder if maybe they have the wrong Wood down. but yeah, actually, it would be funny if they put them both together. That would be kind of cool. But
that would be.
Yeah, but I don't know. I could see maybe more stuff popping. I also am thinking, Jack. I keep hearing from people, mostly like JEJ, about people getting, and maybe Angelo too, getting people like after some of the panels in the big ballroom.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if this is the year maybe we try to do something like that. I don't know.
Yep.
Like, it seems like there's more. Obviously, there's more chances besides the stages. But even while the stages are going on, like, I think people are still getting people, like, either by that red carpet area or by like off the side of the stage.
Yeah.
So it's just so tough because it's like everything is so like uncertain, like, and it's all just happenstance, which is kind of cool in a way, but like, I think like you just never know where you're going to see someone, and you don't know if you're in the right spot or if there's a better spot to be in or whatever. So it's just chaos in a fun way, I guess.
It is. And then right by that red carpet area, if you go a little bit beyond that, there's kind of this like green room place where people hang out. And that's another place where guys go. And I think that's like a very VIP section too.
Yeah.
Not 2 years ago, I got Dernier around there, as well as a reliever whose name I can't remember right now, but I got him near the elevator. But anyway, if you hang around there too, you can potentially get guys. So maybe something to consider as well. But that's the same area as the ballroom. But I feel like you kind of got to play it like a free safety and just kind of be in that area and wait for a guy who's coming along.
Yeah, I think we got Dunstan over there one year.
Yep,
I think
we did.
Quas is maybe the guy who we got over there.
Yes, yeah, that's a good freaking call, Jeremy. Yes, that was Jose Quas that I got.
Yeah.
Nice. Did not have a very long tenure with the Cubs.
No.
But yeah, I think that's a good segue though. Well, actually, first, Jeremy, before we get into that, do you think are they going to bring all the 2016 guys out on the red carpet ceremony? Do you think in the beginning?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
yeah.
I'm looking at the schedule. Like Saturday, I don't know if they have the time yet, but there's going to be a panel, for the 2016 team.
Yep.
So like, I mean, I would be interested to see that whenever, like, or just regardless. I don't know if do they have a time. I think they do have a time for that. Let's see what it is. Oh, damn, it's 1 p.m., man. It's right in the middle of the signings.
Yes, it is, yeah.
See, these are the tough calls you have to make, but like...
Yeah, man. Are you going to go to that reunion thing, or are you going to do the signings?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're... You know what? I guess... Can that segue into it? Yeah, we can kind of like segue into both of these things here. Honestly, Jack, the time slot that I have the most guys that I want is 5 p.m. on Saturday, the very last time slot of the day.
Okay.
Let's see, 1 p.m. Well, that's weird. This is funny. Trevor Cahill is scheduled to sign at 1 p.m.
Yep.
But so is the 2016 reunion. So I don't know. I don't know what'll happen there. And then Hamill's supposed to sign at 2. So
yeah, that is weird. I don't know. Maybe Cahill's just not going to be in the panel.
Yeah, I guess so. Because now I'm looking. It says the panelists are Rizzo, Strope, Montero, Zobrist, Grimm, and Hendricks.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess not every single 2016 guy will be at the panel, which is a little odd. But
well, was Cahill even on the roster, on the World Series roster?
He was not on the active roster. He was still with the club, I think.
Yeah.
But he was not on the. I mean, Hamill wasn't on the active roster either. There's some interesting guys who weren't on that roster. But
Yep.
But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I guess technicality, but that sucks because he's my number one.
Sure.
I think of the whole festival, just to kind of jump into the next segment here, our top targets. I mean, Cahill's my number one only because I just do not have anything of him at all. So he's right up there for me.
Yeah. So I guess just kind of looking at Friday, the guy I really want is Justin Grimm. Mm-hmm. But I also Jose Cardinal is signing on Friday as well. So it's like that's Grimm is at 2:30 and Cardinal is at 3 o'clock, and they're in different rooms.
Yep.
So I feel like if you frickin' reverse those, it's like getting Cardinal. If Cardinal was at 2:30, be a no-brainer to get in line for him early, and then run over to Grimm to see if he could get Grimm, because Grimm probably won't have that long of a line. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. But like the way that these two are actually ordered, I feel like Grimm might take too much time, and like there won't be enough time to get Cardinal.
That's my fear as well. I also don't know if the Mayfair. So last year we kind of found out about these signings like while in the moment, like we were down there, and they were announcing them while we were down there. There were 2 rooms, Jack. I remember there was the room we got Lee Smith in, and then there was the room that we got Bob Dernier or like maybe some other guys. Like that's all the way on the other end of the floor.
Yep.
I don't remember which one. They say that they're happening in the Mayfair room. I don't remember which is which, but Shula's is the steakhouse right there where I got Ricketts only after he was accosted by that fucking fan.
Dude, that's another guy we're gonna see.
Yeah, for sure. I don't remember that guy's face, but I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah. I saw him at some games this year, at least one game.
Okay.
So he does come to games.
Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah. Now that he fucking cornered Ricketts into straightening out his ticket situation, I'm sure he was there much more.
Yeah, Regina fixed it up for him.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
That's right there. So if those 2 rooms are side by side, that would be ideal.
Yep.
If it's the one on the other end of the floor, that'll be a whole different situation. So as far as Friday goes, like, yeah, I could get Grimm again. I have him, so I'm okay. I want to get Lee Smith because I think I'm just gonna bring that Field of Dreams photo and just have him sign that.
Sure.
So I'm going to have to do another caper where I get him to do the Hall of Fame inscription. So I don't know what's gonna happen there if he can't do it. So we'll see. But I do want Cardinal now. Yeah, he is signing on Saturday, so there's another shot. But I don't know if I should just sell out for that or just try to get Grimm. Grimm also has 2 other signings, so
yeah.
I might personally have a chance to get him on like Sunday or another day. But I think at that time there's not too much competition, so I'm up for whatever. It's just a matter of like not missing out on another one at the following time slot. So
right, yeah, you gotta weigh it, make that choice. Yeah, and Bobby Dernier is at 1 p.m. on Fridays, so that's low hanging fruit. I might just do that to kill time.
Yeah, just to get my belt.
Right. Yeah, I guess moving on to Saturday. So Burris and Cardinal are at 9 a.m. again. I've never gotten Dawson, so if I get there early enough, Dawson will probably be the guy I try for.
I think that's probably a good move.
Yeah,
I think. It's one of those things where you get there as early as you want, I guess.
Right.
To get in line, I think. Yeah, Dawson would be a good one. If I didn't have him, I probably would be doing that for sure. And maybe I still will. But Cardinal and Burris are signing at that morning slot as well. So if I don't get them on Friday, I would like to get them. That's the only other shot at Cardinal. So one of those 2, I'm going to get him. I got to get him in one of those 2 signings. Matt Shaw and Ethan Roberts are also signing. I do have both of them. I got a good amount of Shaw right at the end of the season.
Sure.
He does have a new rookie card out, though, that I wouldn't mind getting him on. He's not
it's Matt Shaw. He's going to be a stud,
yeah, right.
To reference that asshole Usher from last year.
Right.
I guess moving on to 10. I've never gotten Shaw, so if the opportunity was there, I can't remember if I've gotten Ethan Roberts or not. I'll have to look at that. I can't believe he's still on the 40 man.
I know. It's crazy.
But anyways, so I guess 10 o'clock. The thing I'm really going to point out about this one is that PCA is doing a signing, but it's for kids only. So did they have kids only sessions last year?
No, that's new.
Okay. Yep. So that's Jordan Wicks has one at 11. Don't really care about that, but the PCA one that kind of figures that he would only sign for kids.
Yeah, it's it stings a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have told you that having been rejected by him twice that he
sure.
kind of might only sign for kids, but kids and JEJ.
Right.
Who is like, reselling his autographs, which is like, hey, PCA, like, I'm not going to resell your autograph. But go ahead and sign for JEJ, I guess.
No, for sure, man. That's freaking cheap. But there's not many guys at 11 that I really want. Not many guys at 10 rather, but at 11, I would like to get Jack Neely. Have you gotten Neely before?
I did, yeah. Like I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 years ago now that he was there, but I did get him, but it was a minor league card, so he's got the flagship rookie card now in a Cubs uniform, so he's on my list for sure. Bush is also signing at that time, and
yes. Yep.
I got Bush at the end of the season. He seems like he's maybe harder to get than some other guys, so I have another card that I want to get him on, maybe even 1 or 2, but I'm also kind of okay on him, so I don't know if we'll have another shot at Jack Neely other than Cubs conventions, so
right, you're right.
Yeah, he is signing later on though in the day too, so Neely is, so so that one's kind of up for debate,
and I do want to get Caesar as well. Have you ever gotten Caesar?
I did. I've gotten him twice, and like I'm kind of out of stuff for him, so a 2016 Cub I wouldn't necessarily pass up, but I'm kind of good with him. I did just buy an 8x10 and an I think 11x17 photo of like the final out, like the pile up.
Sure.
That I was thinking about maybe starting to work on with as many guys as possible. So I might bring that just to, like, if I find myself with a 16 Cub to maybe try to get him on there if I already have him on a card. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, yeah, he's a guy I need to. I ordered a card for him, so we'll see if it comes in. I guess moving on to noon. Kerry Wood, you've said his autograph isn't that expensive. I assume he's going to be very popular. So I didn't get Reed Johnson last year, so I kind of want to just get him and see what happens.
Okay, yeah, that's another guy who I feel like I've gotten all, like, I don't have anything Cubs related left to get him on, but
sure.
I like the guy. He's a guy who I would get if I had a chance to. I was looking at that time slot, and I was like, maybe this is the year that I kind of sell out for Wood. I have gotten him, so I don't necessarily need him. Riley Martin and Gavin Hollowell are the other two guys who are signing at that time slot.
Yep.
I can jump ahead really quick just to something I was going to talk about, Jack. There's a site that makes like custom cards or whatever, and you can kind of like upload a photo and to an extent design it yourself. Because they announced this a week ahead of time, there's not enough turnaround time for all that. And so maybe I should have known that Gavin Hollowell was going to be there anyway. But I ended up, Jack, I figured this out when I got the John Cusack autograph, but you can get like photos printed at Walgreens, which like seems like a completely archaic thing, but
yeah,
they still do it. So I designed a couple like cards. I made some like custom cards and like just with like Photoshop or whatever, and kind of designed a couple and printed them on the photo paper. And I actually made a couple of custom ones. I made one of Kane Kepley, who's a prospect.
Okay.
And I made a Gavin Hollowell one, which I just had printed. I got to go pick it up, but yeah, I'm making a couple custom cards of some of these guys. It's going to be on like photo type paper, so it's not going to be like a photo, like a, card stock, but I'm mounting it on, I got this whole system. I'm mounting it on this like card stock that I have from these like filler cards that they put in packs and stuff. So I'm going to make a Hollowell in the Cubs uniform. So that makes me kind of want to get him again. It should be, I don't know. I'm going to do that with a couple guys who I need. Dave Otto is another guy who I'm going to do that with.
Nice.
So Hollowell's on my list. I have a Riley Martin. I got him once before, but I have a Riley Martin card, so I don't know. But yeah, Wood obviously is the big guy for that time slot.
Yeah, I don't have a Riley Martin card. What do you have him in?
Like minor leagues.
Sure.
I think I got him on a South Bend Cubs card, and I can't remember if I think I got him in person.
That wouldn't be one of the sets I have, would it?
You know what? It might be.
Okay.
Yeah, you might actually have him.
Okay.
I cannot remember the year. It was the year that they won the championship, so that was probably 2023 maybe, or
Okay.
2022.
Yeah. After maybe after this we get off the air, maybe you could text me a picture of that card because I do have a set of South Bend Cubs cards. So
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe it'll be. So it's the one where like the background is mostly like blue, and then you see the player. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like split. Well, it's blue, and then like the bottom bar is like red, and it has their name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riley Martin is in that set, I believe.
Oh shit. Okay, now I got to look for him. Okay, good. Yeah, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that one is. I might go for Hollowell just because of the custom, but I think he will be very popular. So it'll be tough. You might have to line up after, like, start during the 11 a.m. time slot, but you might be able to get in there. Hopefully these lines are about the same as they have been.
Sure.
So yeah, we'll see. But yeah.
Okay.
1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock is the Cahill time, like we said. So
Yep.
he's my top target from that time slot.
Yeah.
But they got some good guys here. Tyon, Justin Steele, which I'm sure he's gonna be pretty popular.
Yep.
And D Lee, and actually that fifth stage opens up now to everybody, I believe. And Brian McRae will be there.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one, Jeremy. So D Lee, we obviously got him last year, which was really lucky. I've gotten Tyon before, I've gotten McRae. I've never gotten Steele. So, Steele was signing for everybody and their brother, like when he first got called up, but then he just kind of stopped. Did you get him on the locker clean out last year?
No, I got him in spring training.
Okay.
Last year or 2 years ago, and he did like 2 of 2 or 3 of 3 for me,
Nice,
which is
dude.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I think I got him at that might be the only time, like other than the first time. But
Okay.
yeah, he would be cool to get. I'd like to get his Heritage rookie card signed.
Sure.
D Lee, I was thinking about it. Like, yeah, we did get him last year, but he didn't put the Cubs Hall of Fame inscription on there yet.
Sure.
So,
because he wouldn't do it because it hadn't been announced.
Yeah, so it's tempting to kind of try to get him this year and ask for that inscription. So that's in play for me.
But Jeremy, there are various points in this convention where we kind of split up because we're getting different autographs, which can be fun because you get things from two perspectives about stuff that happened. But I do feel like for this one, we may both be in line for Cahill.
Yeah, I think so. So we'll have to see how the time slot before that goes. But I'm hoping, and we've talked about it in the recaps, but like if you do the hour well, you could get at least 3 guys, maybe 4.
Yep.
That's really being like top of your game sort of thing. But it depends on who's signing, but it's possible. So I'm hoping that's what happens in the last time slot, which we'll get to. But
for sure.
Yeah.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of guys here. Ted Lilly is in 2 p.m. I need him. I have a card of his that I would really like to get signed. He canceled last year, I think. He wasn't there. So I do want to kind of clean that one up. You got him the first year, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta clean that up. So I would like to get him, but he's also a guy who I feel like maybe you can get in the lobby. So that's why the lobby is kind of critical because you can knock a few of these guys off. So I might try to do that. I've never gotten Aramis before, but he's another guy who's going to be really popular. So that would Lily's, I think, my number one. I want to try to get him right away, but I'd really love to try to get Aramis.
Yeah, most definitely. I have a cool Aramis card that I'd like to get signed, but it might be fun to get Lily again. I think I bought a kind of a cool like All-Star card from him last year, and then he canceled, and so like I could get an inscription on that, which would be cool. So it's kind of a toss up there. I also have a cool Dunston is signing that time as well, and I have a Dunston card that I've been kind of wanting to get signed too.
Nice.
So that kind of depends again. Yeah, if we can get him Friday, because he's doing a signing on Friday. But yeah, I have a couple cool ones, Dunston. So
nice. Yeah, I guess moving on to 3 p.m. Again, Grimm is signing at 3 p.m. So, Jeremy, I've gotten Fergie. Fergie also usually signs after the red carpet ceremony for like a half hour at the marquee thing. It's always a kind of a nail biter. Like, you're like, oh man, you get in line for Fergie after that red carpet ceremony. But I think 1 year I got him and 1 year I didn't. Because he's a talker. Fergie loves to talk. So that's actually something you got to think about when you get in his line. But Jeremy, I want to get Tyler Austin at this time.
Yeah, he's my top target for that time as well. Just don't have him yet. It seems like he's gonna make the team, but you never know. Can he play outfield, by the way?
He does. He can play outfield. At least he did his last stint in the majors. So I think he's going to be an over/under guy, Jeremy. They maybe signed him to like a $1.25 million contract. He'll be an over/under guy, like over/under June 1st. Will he be on the roster?
Yeah. That'll be cool. To kind of see, and if he hits, that would be actually really nice. But yeah. And then I haven't gotten Luke Little since Cubs convention or spring training or something. So he's since come out with his rookie card, and I haven't gotten him yet. So I would like to get him on his rookie card. So he might be my second for during that time frame.
Sure.
Boyd has come up with some new Cubs. Oh well, if you go back to the Chicago Sports Spectacular, I pulled his All-Star Relic, so that could be a chance to get the All-Star Relic signed.
That's right.
Yeah, he's got cards there that I like. Honestly, yeah, Fergie. There is still a Fergie card that I want, but he's definitely gettable. And if you're at spring training, you can definitely get him. I still haven't decided yet if I'm going, but yeah, he's around.
Yeah, you should tell Boyd if you get that card signed, you should say, "Hey man, you saved my box with this one."
Yeah, right. I'll tell him how you pulled $1,000 worth of cards too, but it's not about the money.
Right. Yeah. That's good. Boyd had a long line last year, so he had a great year, so he'll be maybe popular again. 4 p.m. So this is a guy that people weren't sure if they were going to be here or not, but he's been announced. So Ben Zobrist. You've gotten Zobrist, right, Jeremy?
I have, paid for it, but I have gotten him. So yeah.
He will be hugely popular, I think. So, I think like I can imagine myself finishing up getting like Tyler Austin or Fergie Jenkins, and the Zobrist line is 800 years long. But I do have a Lee Smith card, so maybe I could get that signed in lieu of Zobrist. I don't know. Who do you think you'll try for?
I have Zobrist and Lee Smith both highlighted. If I can knock Lee Smith out on Friday, then all the better. Zobrist, I think, of all these public lines, I don't know. I always feel like he's going to be kind of one of the hardest ones. I would love to get him. I have another card for him for sure. So Smith or Zobrist. Brett Bateman is a rookie prospect who, now I'm trying to remember if I did get him. I did. I'm pretty sure I got him with South Bend.
Okay.
But he has... a South Bend team card. I got him on a custom before, so he's got a South Bend team card that I would like to get signed. And then Randy Wells. Did you get Randy Wells last year too?
I got him last year.
Yeah, I'm kind of good there.
Yep.
And then Ryan Sweeney, I'm also good. I've gotten him before.
Same. 5 p.m. Jeremy, you said that was the one you really had your eye on.
Yeah, it's there's a lot going on here at this one. It's couldn't they have space these out a little more as far as I'm concerned. Mike Remlinger, who's kind of like that random Cub who they're bringing in this year. So that's exciting for me. I would like to get him. Probably he's my number one target just because the other guys will be gettable in the future. But Jackson Wiggins, who came and went out of South Bend very quickly, and I don't think I even went to a game last year, but maybe I went to one, but I missed him in South Bend. So I want to get him. I don't have him yet. Kane Kepley. So I have a custom of Kane Kepley. He was like the Cubs' second round draft pick 2025. He is in Bowman Draft. Bowman Draft comes out the day that this podcast comes out, Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And then the convention starts on Friday. So I don't feel there's any earthly way that I can get my hands on a Kane Kepley card by Friday or Saturday. Sure. So it's a little frustrating. That's why I have the customs. But like, if I can somehow get my hands on a Bowman first of Kane Kepley, I would definitely like to get it signed. But he will be through South Bend, no doubt. Maybe even this year, because I think he's kind of rising pretty quick. So
Okay.
Remlinger, Wiggins, but there's good names there. Kepley, Traxel, and then Tim Stoddard and Dave Otto doing the double trouble.
Yeah, right. Like they did the couple years ago. Jeremy, I actually ordered another Stoddard card because I knew he would be there. I did order another Otto card too. I'm hoping it comes in. Okay. But I gotta right that wrong with that damn black marker.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, I think I don't know if I have another Stoddard or Otto official card. I know he doesn't have a Cubs card, and I'm like, at this point, I think I've gotten him twice on like Oakland A's cards, so I'm like,
sure,
I'd like to get him in a Cubs uniform, so that's why I made the custom. Stoddard, I think there's one card left of him on the Cubs that I haven't had signed yet, but
nice.
I've gotten him so many times. But yeah, I would like to maybe hit their line just so I could get that Otto card signed.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, yeah, that's Saturday, so that's gonna be a long day. It's not going to wrap up till about 6 p.m. And then, Jeremy, so I got to work on Sunday, unfortunately. But tell me about who you want on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be flying solo on Sunday, and they luckily they announced the Bears game is happening Sunday, but I forgot that the games don't start at noon; they start at 2 p.m. So that's the earliest the Bears can play. So it works out beautifully with the Cubs convention. So very glad about that. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. time slot. I don't know if this is like penance for him breaking the Gatorade machine, but they have Carlos Zambrano at the Sunday morning time slot. I could very easily see him not making that time slot.
Oh, yeah. He likes to party, I think, too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, or at least stay on the internet, until he gets cramps. But yeah, so he's got the 9 a.m. time slot. That's a situation where, especially if I'm playing solo, I might get there stupid early on Sunday and just try to catch some sleep later. Although I don't want to screw myself for the Bears game on Sunday, but if you got there at like 7 a.m., you probably would be in a good spot for Zambrano.
Yeah.
I have his pack pulled auto, but I never got him in person or anything, so that would be very cool. Mike Montgomery signing at that time slot, so it would be, I kind of have gotten him a couple times on the same card, but I still want to get it perfect. So he's in play, but then Kane Kepley and Jackson Wiggins are also signing again at that time slot. So if I don't get one of them the day before, I might have a second chance there. Yeah. So there's a lot actually during that time slot, but we'll see how long the Zambrano thing takes.
Right, for sure. That'd be a really sweet one. And then at 10 a.m., Jeremy, I don't know if there's really going to be a lot of guys that you want.
Yeah, not so much, which is like almost, it's like, can I like, chase down one of the other guys from 9 a.m. like as they're like leaving, like,
right.
But Grimm, Denier, Reed Johnson, Jody Davis, Randy Wells. I put down Grimm for this time slot because if I do get him, maybe that's when I would get him.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be bringing for those other guys, if I even have anything left for them to sign. So we'll see, but maybe that's a time to just chill or something, even though Sundays it's more of a sprint than a marathon. So we'll see about that. Sunday at 11, a lot of prospects going on, which I think is kind of like how they've done it in the past. Jonathan Long, who's kind of a quick rising prospect with the Cubs. He might be up this year actually too.
Okay.
I got him at South Bend on a custom. I got him an actual like team issued card. Like to get him. Jefferson Rojas, also a guy who he really only has like one or two cards. So, but I kind of would like to get him. Then Bateman, there's a second chance for him. Triantos, I've gotten a bunch, but I still have some cards for him. And then Riley Martin. So we'll see. Long and Rojas are going to be my top two targets as far as that time slot goes.
Yeah.
And then it's hit the road and get ready for the Bears game, I guess.
Yeah, lucky you. But yeah, the Zambrano one would be sweet though. So I am sad to miss out on that one. But you know what? Maybe we'll be able to run into him, at some time at the hotel. Who knows?
When do you start work on Sunday?
I was thinking that, man. So yeah, I have to be there at like 8 a.m. So I could ask the person who's also working that day, like, hey, are you cool if I get here at like 10:30? But
right.
Oof, I don't know. So probably better safe to just go to work than sorry. But who knows? Maybe I'll reconsider.
Buy him a beer or something. I don't know, like buy him something to cover for you or something. But yeah, that would be epic if you swooped in for that 9 a.m. time slot for Sunday and then took off. That would be
hell yeah, dude. I'm a little sad because sometimes when there's like if there's a late event on a Sunday, like I'll stay late. If there was that, I could be like, I'm just gonna flex the time here and come in a little late on Sunday, and then really I'm just going to get that autograph. But I have a great Zambrano card to get signed too. It's a heritage card of his. It's that same year I have. It's like maybe 2006 heritage, which might be my favorite set. Can't confirm that now because it's not in front of me. But anyhow, that'll be fun. Those are some good targets. So I think we're both gonna do well. I have a good feeling, but it's a lot of work to prepare for this freaking convention, man. I mean, I spent about an hour and a half sorting through all of my cards a couple days ago, but I still don't have them in my book. I've got to prep stuff. I don't know where you're at with that.
Yeah, I'm just making my pull list right now. So I'm like picking the cards I want to get, and half of these guys you probably won't even get a shot at because of like the 2016 guys, but trying to put together as much as possible. And then there's even like the taking like the Carlos Peñas or the I don't think Sean Marshall's with the team anymore or the network anymore, but like these guys who may be there. So yeah, it's a lot to just to when you factor in that kind of stuff too. And I try to be prepared. So yeah, I think the custom cards I'm excited about, and like that's one extra thing to put on my plate. But I've kind of like been kind of doing like 8x10s, so maybe I'll print off a couple 8x10s. I don't know, we'll see. But like the Kane Kepley cards that I have so far look pretty cool, so I'm gonna try to do some more of those, and then so I'll have those as like kind of a backup. But yeah, it's I got a lot of work ahead of me, and I start like a new thing at work this week, so it's gonna be a busy week. But Friday will be here sooner than later, which is a good thing ultimately.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I'm still getting cards in the mail here, so it's gonna be craziness. But we're gonna do it sooner than later. We're gonna find ourselves in the lobby of that hotel, getting some autographs. Yeah,
most definitely. So yeah, we'll have to coordinate at what time we're gonna get there. But I think it's always fun to kind of walk in at the very beginning, and like I think we described it pretty aptly last year. But it's like you just dive right into it. Then you're in it. So
you do, but don't tell any and don't make that comment to another grapher because they'll say, "Oh, well, I've been here since Thursday."
Yeah, right, exactly. So.
Jeremy, I think that's going to about wrap it up for this episode. So yeah, next week we'll have the whole recap of this thing.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be I'll be glad to sit for like an hour to talk about that because I won't be sitting much this whole weekend. So
no, cool. For Rain Delay Theater, then I'm Jack Swakowski,
and I'm Jeremy Dionisio.
We'll see you next week.